Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Downtown. 500.
You're like a multifaceted artist. You make music, you design, illustrative work, paint. Um, what have you been doing the most lately?
I've been doing pretty much like the type lately, and uh, like figuring out kind of not what I want to do, but like I kind of want to make sure that I could actually do that, like effectively, because like there are moments where it's kind of like a recent thing, but there are moments where I'm like, I don't want to draw right now, but I still want to like be able to use that same uh I still like that desire to like creatively like problem solve things, and I wanted to find like a different way uh to do that while still being able to um like be creative and like be artistic and everything, and something that didn't require like a lot of time. So like I mean, not a lot of time, but like a lot of resources. So I just been doing
Right.
like that logo stuff on my iPad, like using the Illustrator app into that, and like hopefully get like some uh some like larger commissions like just off of that, instead of like just solely making my money off of like illustration, which is fine except for like when I get like burnout or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I feel you. I saw the logo you did for the anger management company. Was that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first like commissioned logo that you did?
Nah, it was like I've done like that was that was like fun to do. I did like one I'm like embarrassed about it, but I did a logo uh I think last year, and it's not bad, but it's just like it's not good either. It's just it's not I don't know, it's just not. But like a lot of people have asked me to do logos, and I usually just like refer them to like a friend who actually does them, and not like me who's like focuses like illustration mainly, and it's like two different things. But yeah, now like hopefully uh like I know the program a lot better, and I'm like hopefully I can like put stuff out that can prove to like future clients and like other designers that like I got the sauce
Yeah.
as well.
You got the sauce, man. And you said you were using there's an Illustrator app for the iPad?
Yeah, it just got released like last month, I think.
Oh,
But yeah, there's an Illustrator app, and like because I first learned Illustrator like 2 years ago, and it was like I was using like a tablet and my Mac, and it was like whatever. It was mainly like for a class, and like I picked up some stuff, but figuring out how it is like on the iPad and like being able to like lay down while I do it is very helpful,
yeah,
like relaxing.
I feel that. Yeah, I just got an iPad last month, and I did not know there was an Illustrator app, but I'm definitely gonna download that for sure.
Yeah.
Are you still doing your crybaby shit? I haven't seen it in a while, but I don't know if you're working on it.
Nah, I have not been. There's a reason I haven't been, but I don't. I'll say something vague
Yeah.
because I don't want to give too much away. I'm working on. There are clothes coming. I'll say that.
Okay.
But Crybaby's as a concept is probably at its end.
All right. Word. Well, rest in peace, crybaby. That's dope. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, it was a good little run.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what you do with these new mysterious clothes.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
What about music? You've been making
I've been working. Yeah, like yeah, I just like have a horrible habit of sitting on just sitting on music. Like I just sit on it and like I need to release it. There's really no reason for me not to release it, but I just like I think sometimes I get like I don't know. I feel like nervous isn't even the right word because I'm not really like a nervous type of person in like these instances, but like it's something like that. Like there's something internally like holding me back from doing it because there really is no reason for me to like be writing and like recording and like learning like how to like mix and master my own stuff and then like not putting it out. So I need to like get over whatever it is like that keeps me from release. A lot of the times, honestly, I just forget and I don't want to do like a I also feel like there always needs to be like some sort of rollout and I don't want to just like I'm definitely not big enough as a musician to like just drop something out of nowhere. So I'm like I want to do this rollout, but I also like like releasing multiple things at once. So when I like if I drop some art or something, like I don't want to then like drop a cover for a song and be like, yeah, this song is coming out. I feel like it's just too much. I don't know. Like it's just like I don't like dropping stuff like stuff on the same day. So like uh there have been times where I was like planning to drop a song and then like I end up making some like a nice piece or whatever and I want to post it and I post the piece and then like the piece is like gaining traction and it's like I don't want to do anything that would take away from that type thing. And then it's like that might just be a horrible way to justify it. But like
No, I
yeah,
mean,
I need to drop some stuff.
I understand what you mean. I mean, there is like pressure behind it, and trust me, I know when you're working on different projects, you want to make things line up and not take away
Yeah.
from the other thing. And yeah, I know how it is, but nothing wrong with having a lot of shit in the vault. That means you can drop it whenever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Um, you ever think you'll release like a full project anytime soon, or just one-offs, singles and shit?
I need to well, I I have I can't tell you how many times I've planned to drop like Adam, let me tell you something. The main problem is I my attention span is so short. So if I'm making like I'll probably do it after I graduate so I don't have like so many like other external responsibilities. But like if I'm going to put out a project, I need to have that whole project written and recorded within such a small time frame. So like because if I wait like even like 2 weeks, like I'm bored with whatever I have already made. So like it needs to be like something like condensed, something like quick and like writing is easy for me. Like I can do it quickly. And the main thing is just like time because like right now like I'd be having like homework and all this stuff. But like
Right.
yeah, I think like I could definitely I definitely want to drop a project. It just has to be it has to be set up in a way for so I don't get bored with it because I definitely will.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. And you will probably want it to be cohesive and not just,
Yeah.
throw some tracks you already have finished together. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know how it is. Um, what else? I'm trying to think of other projects you've been working on. Am I missing anything besides your drawings?
Uh
Oh, I have an interesting topic I want to bring up. Because I see you talking about it on Twitter sometimes, and I know there's some controversy behind it.
oh and
Yeah, should I not
oh
bring it
yeah.
up? You know what I'm gonna talk about already?
Yeah, I already know.
The whole crypto art scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to get into it?
Yeah, we can get into it.
All right, all right.
I
'Cause, I mean, I myself have mixed feelings about it too,
Mhm.
but I'll let you take the reins and tell me what you think.
What-
Do you ever see yourself getting into that space?
Nah, I'm
No.
gonna just be honest. Nah, I don't even. It's not like a thing where I'm like it's inherently bad, but I'm not my experience with it, my friends' experience with it, and like just things that I've seen, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I'm not interested anymore. I was at one point, uh, but yeah, a lot of little things kind of stacked up and this left a bad taste in my mouth. And like, I respect. There are a few. I know there. I know there are artists that are gonna watch this. So there are a few artists in crypto that I respect, uh, but there's no artist in crypto that I respect more because of what they do in crypto or how much they make in crypto. It's like if I respect you and you do crypto, I respected you before the money and the notoriety or any of that. So it's kind of like if you do crypto, if you can sell work now and can make 1,500 off a piece that you would have trouble selling for 500. I props to you, but yeah, there's that's never going to be a reason for me to prop anyone up really as an artist.
Yeah. No, I completely understand that. And I mean, yeah, I saw the drama that was going on with, you know, we don't have to get into
Yeah.
that, but that shit was whack. Like I totally agree with you. Um, but looking at crypto art from like just as a whole, without certain people or companies involved, I just don't really understand it. Like I don't I don't get like who the fuck's paying that much money for like digital, you know what I mean? Like I just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
understand why people are doing it, but I mean they are, so I guess kudos kudos to them. I just like I love physical art so much,
Hmm.
and like I would never buy digital art when I could buy physical art. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. And I just hope, as someone who loves physical art, that the crypto art scene doesn't become so big that it like discourages people from making physical work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like, why would I make a painting and struggle to sell it for a year when I could just
Yeah.
digital paint? You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of annoying to me, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
My my biggest, well, I know you're talking about like in general, but and I'll say this for my in regards to my peers, to our peers. Uh I mean, Fuocious was in it for a minute, but like when I first started to notice more artists getting into it and like seeing how much money they're making, my first thought was like, I hope that this does not uh alter too much like who they are as an individual and like have that like affect the work, because like it's really a thing uh I know like some people are uh like they really need the money to like support themselves and like their family or whatever. So like I'm not saying there's like a age limit to like how much money you should be making or anything like that, but I know if you're like uh and this is not uh a jab at Ferocious. Me and Ferocious have a good relationship. I'm just using this age as an example. But if
Right.
you're a 17-year-old making, uh, you know, if you're a 17-year-old like making you know, like 4,000 a month off of art that you do, and it's like uh you're like before this crypto thing, you were selling like you were making maybe like 200 a month, or maybe even nothing at all, and then like this comes up and you're making like 4,000 a month. Your art and how you view art is going to change. Like there's not really a way for that to happen, for that not to happen, because I feel like there has to be a certain level of not only like artistic maturity and like awareness, but also like maturity on a uh like individual level. Like even if like take the art out of it, if I was 17 making 4,000 a month, like I would be way different than how I am right now. And like I just feel like there needs to be there has to be just like a certain level of maturity that most 17-year-olds and of course I'm using that as an example, but like anyone like that young, like you're in high school type, you know what I mean? Like it's like so it's like I feel like you just need I feel like when this started happening and I was noticing how young some of these artists were on there, like it's like on one hand it's like good for you, glad you're making money. At this point I didn't know how any of it worked, so I was just like I don't even understand like what ETH is, like Ethereum, whatever, you know, whatever that is. But like it was like, okay, if you're making money, fine. But I really, really wanted I was really hoping that it would not change these people too much. And what we see and what my biggest like problem is like uh it's not even something where we're seeing that effect uh and we're seeing it affect people who are uh, older than uh, we're seeing it affect people that I was really hoping it would not affect, and like on like not even like just an artistic level, but just like a personal level. And like I, I get making that much money out of nowhere when you have had trouble like supporting yourself off of art can be like crazy empowering and like a crazy dose of like ego. But I don't, there's a community aspect to it, and like the crypto art that I there's a lot of uh brown nosing, to put it lightly. I feel like there's just a lot of like kissing up and a lot of like empty hollow compliments, and it's like they're like uh you know, I mean, I just see like horrible, almost like objectively bad art, and then like there'll be like a bunch of comments under it, like, "Yo, this is really good." And I feel like a lot of these compliments don't stem from the fact that they actually think it's good. They stem from the fact that they're like, "Okay, you're in crypto with us, and you're basically like promoting it." Like it's like they're more excited about the fact that they can say this person is in crypto than the fact that the work is good. And I feel like that disconnect is very disheartening and very harmful to just the idea of like the art making process. And that's like the biggest thing where it's like I don't like it. I don't even like as an artist myself, like posting stuff, and like I appreciate like people complimenting my work and everything, but it would make me uncomfortable if I felt like what they were saying was not actually stemming from a genuine place. And I just, that makes me uncomfortable seeing it, and then like kind of makes me like also annoyed because of uh a lot of the artists who are in crypto are kind of like stuck up in a a way that's like subtle sometimes, but it's like present, and I don't. It's just a weird thing to be prideful about. I feel like, or just like I don't know. That's how I see it. That's like really my biggest problem with it. Like I don't even like the old like rich people like or like the older rich people like spending money like crazy amounts on like bad art. It's like whatever. Like people do that like in like the real market, but it's like the the community for me is like disgusting. Like like I don't like it at all.
No, I mean, I know what you mean. Sorry, you just said a lot, so I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but
Yeah.
around all of it. But yeah, first of all, I do want to say too, there are a number of crypto artists, I guess you would call them that, that I do have a lot of respect for and that I like. And all respect to Ferocious, like you said, no shade at all. But it is a weird new thing that's definitely gonna have I don't even know. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where it all goes in like 5 to 10 years. But going back to what you said, like if I was in high school making $4,000 a month or whatever number, um, God, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing right now. Probably not
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm happy as hell that I'm doing this. This is what I want to do, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but what was I going to say? One thing I saw, you said that they have like they're kind of like stuck up the community of crypto artists. And I'm really not
Uh-huh.
trying to stir the pot here, but it is I saw something today. I don't even know who it was. Someone like retweeted it, but someone made for themselves in like year wrapped like graphic as if it was for Spotify, and it was like how
Uh-huh.
much money they made on like
Oh,
from
ew.
crypto art, how many pieces they sold, like it was
No,
just
that's so that's so bad.
it was just corny as shit.
Yeah.
Like again, congrats, but like you don't gotta do all that extra shit, you know.
Yeah.
Just kind of corny.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you brought up the idea of bad art, because that's something I wanted to talk about too. 'Cause I feel like, God, we're really just gonna cause a lot of controversy on this shit.
Yeah.
But hey, we got to talk about it. So, um, I mean, that's another thing that I see you and a lot of people talking about on Twitter. And it's, there's always there's always some random people in the comments who get all angry, um,
Yeah.
saying there's no such thing as bad art. Um, but I mean, there definitely is. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
there might be like, I guess you could argue that you could sell any piece of art, but that doesn't make it good, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, what do you have any deeper thoughts on
I
bad art?
think people are just like too I don't want to say too sensitive, but that's really I think they're too sensitive. Because I think a lot of the responses come from insecurity when they're coming from other artists, and then uh like I all me and like I'm gonna put him on the spot here uh because he's the homie, but John, uh, who has a very strong opinion on it as well, John Singletary. I
Yeah,
think like all I say, all we have said is that there's a such thing as bad art, and like I'm not saying like I'm not saying you can't like bad art. I'm not saying you can't learn from bad art. Not saying you can't sell bad art. Like all I'm saying is like bad art is a thing for me that I think exists, and I think it exists objectively almost. And like I just don't I don't understand like how why people get like up in arms over that if like I mean I can confidently say I've made so much bad art. Like it doesn't matter. And I don't like all I want when I bring that up is like for people to be able to acknowledge it and then like just move on. Like it doesn't have to be this big topic. I don't even understand like I don't know. I mean, think about like all the artists who create art and don't post it and they just literally do it for themselves. They don't need any external like gratification. Like even if they make bad art, does it actually matter? And it's like, why did I say it on a public forum? Is it like I just feel like there's a disconnect, and I just want people to admit it, bro. Like that's all it is. Like I just want people to be able to be like, yeah, like this is bad, and it's just bad. And I think like I'm not like the art police. Like if people want to, if people like the main reason it came up is because of I'm gonna get back into it because we've already crypto. So like there's this one painting or whatever you want to call it, and it had like and like there's this corny thing that some crypto artists do, and they put like the Bitcoin B, like the Bitcoin logo in like their pieces, and it's just like yo, like there's no way. Like there's this one specific piece, and it's literally bad. Like there's no way anyone could convince me that it's actually like a good piece. And like I just think at the end of the day, bro, like I just be on Twitter. I just be talking sometimes. What I say, what I feel really don't matter in the grand scheme of things. But there's one thing that like there's a few things that I'm just gonna have my view on, and I just think that bad art is just one of them. I think it's just something that exists. I think that as long as people make art, it's gonna exist. I think it's just something that we accept. I mean, think of like I get the I honestly get the idea that like art is like all art, I will say, is subjective, and I think all art is subjective in the same capacity that all art is objective. And I think like if people can understand that you can take art in a subjective you can put art in a subjective context, uh or even if you claim art is always subjective, if you take it within that context, there's always a way you can make it objective. And that's just by setting up I don't want to say guidelines, but there's a way to construct any context for to make something objective. And if you can put your art or anyone's art into that context, to where like objectivism is like a thing, just it's just mad. It's almost freeing to be like I can say like wholeheartedly this is bad. This is what I need to work on. This is like, and I feel like with Twitter and like just the internet, a lot of people are disillusioned with the idea of like getting critiqued honestly. And a lot of that, like the same thing with like the crypto thing where they like post bad work and then like it's a bunch of like compliments. And I think like people are softened to the idea of like getting better and like acknowledging there are problems with like their work. And I just feel like these people gotta loosen up, bro. Like they too tight. I just they too tight, bro. Like this art thing, like at the end of the day, like we're drawing symbols like lines and like we infer meaning from them and like project meaning onto them. Like this is not we're not quantum physicists, bro. Like we're making art. So like just calm down, just admit like there's some things that are bad, and then like get better if you make art, and if you don't make art, move on. Like I'm not even talking to you. Like I don't even care, bro. Like this is like like I'm on Twitter, bro. Like I don't care, bro. No one in the comments is going to change my mind about whether I like bad art or not. I'm just stating it, and then like I'm moving on. And you can quote retweet me all you want, but it's whatever.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand the most is why people care so much about what you think. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know if they're like I don't know if they're insecure with their own work and they're like, no, my art can't be bad. You know what I mean? Like that type of
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, if you have the mindset that no, like there's no such thing as bad art, then you're never gonna improve, you know,
Yeah.
or at least not as well or not as quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask about if you had any more like specialty products coming out or in the works, because I know you did the blankets like a year ago.
Yeah.
Um, and I think when you were in Philly for the magazine, I think you were talking about a couple other things, but I was just curious if you still have anything in the works.
Uh I have I've thought about it, but I didn't really want to do it because of um the clothing thing I kind of mentioned earlier. It was going to be like this it's quite a big release, and I didn't want to drop anything under like my personal brand that wasn't connected to like this uh clothing thing I was doing. So like I've thought about it. There probably won't be anything like that, even though it would probably help me financially. I've been I'm gonna hold off on dropping like anything uh like the blankets or anything. But I will say there might be um some like small stuff like t-shirts and like hoodies and stuff from this clothing thing that I'm starting, or that I have had in the process for a few months. But uh eventually those are kind of like uh those are like treats compared to like what I'm planning with like the rest of the clothing stuff. Like it's 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 uh it's gonna be bigger than like just t-shirts and shit. So
Dude, get me excited.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to know. Do you have like a um
Well, I'll
I was gonna say, do you have like a potential release date? Not date, but like time frame.
uh mm, well, nah, I'm not even going. Nah, I don't, because like
That's
I
fine.
don't know if
That's fine. Keep it under wraps.
yeah, there's I mean we're still like we're still getting samples and stuff in, and like making sure stuff is how we need it. So
Word.
that's that.
Exciting stuff. Um, you mentioned earlier you were making something for me. Is that done yet? Are you
Yeah,
working on it?
it's not, bro. It's close. It's close, but I was like, yeah, I I was mad stupid earlier and like got distracted for like a whole hour. But yeah, it's almost done. But
You're
I can't wait to show you. But yeah, it's yeah,
I'm excited. Is it a drawing?
you'll see.
Okay. All
You'll
right.
see. I'm making it. I'm making it nice for you, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to see it. I'm like I said earlier, I'm intrigued. Shit. Um, All right, so I guess looking forward to the future of Ladon Alex. Do you still have the big goal of working for Adult Swim?
Yeah, that's in there. It's that's like yeah, that's in there. I'm gonna make it happen too. Like that, I don't even know how, but that's gonna happen. It's like there's no reason. I feel like I do enough, and like I feel like I do enough, and I am uh, building connections with enough people for it to just happen at some point. I don't know when or how, but it's gonna. I have to arrogantly believe that it will happen regardless.
Dude, that's the attitude you need. You got to speak it into existence, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, you deserve it, dude. You're talented and funny as shit, so it's a good it's a good combination for it. Is that like your main goal, or do you have like any bigger aspirations?
Yeah, that's not my main goal. That's kind of like uh it's kind of like a just another thing like on the bucket list because I feel like because I don't want to like I'm very opposed to like any structured kind of job situation. Maybe because like I hate myself and like being financially secure, but like I just don't like yeah I don't like that. So like it would be like a thing where like I'm on it for uh maybe like a project or like a few projects or like uh something I can like I do something there that I can build off of, but I wouldn't as it's not I don't see that as like my resting spot really or like the main goal is kind of just like something I really have always wanted to do and something like I'm very set on doing, but it's like I'm whenever it comes, I'll be ready. And until then, and like after it comes, like I'm gonna just be doing what I do. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same mindset. I definitely don't want to have to work like a 9 to 5 or like a structured corporate job. That sounds like hell. Um,
Yeah,
so God, I'm really hoping I don't have to down the line. We'll see what happens, but for right now, I'm chilling. So we'll see. Um, but you pretty much just want to work for yourself mainly for the rest.
yeah, just yeah, just keep doing what I'm doing. Hopefully, I say hopefully. I'm pretty sure this is gonna. Not even pretty sure. I'm certain this will happen, but I just don't know when. I will build something. Uh, Probably not by myself. I have a friend, Carter. He lives in LA, and we've been friends for years now. But uh, he's like a genius, bro, and he like be coming up with crazy stuff. But we just don't have like the funds. But anything like what I'm saying is, I feel like at some point I will build something that will be uh self-sustainable in a sense, and it will allow me more freedom financially and artistically for me to branch out and do like a bunch of different stuff. My dream goal would be just to be in a position like Tyler the Creator, just in the sense that he like artistically, or even like Kanye West, which I don't, which just feel like stepping on a mine right now. But like just to be in a position like that where they can like do anything they want artistically. You know what I mean? Like there's really like they have the connections, they have the resources, they have the creativity, and they can just do like Tyler could I'm trying to think of like something Tyler could not do if he didn't want to, but he like has the money, he knows the people, like he can do whatever he wants. And that's kind of like what my goal is as an artist, like just to be able to experiment artistically, like in every sense of the word. So that's like my main goal.
Right. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I hope to see is, you know, all these artists that I've been working with to just, you know, take off and become these big public figures, because you guys deserve it. Like, and I just want, my whole like dream is to have, you know, artists, visual artists, or fine artists specifically, I guess, just more recognized, and um, you know, reaching that level of like recognition as of the greats before you guys are gone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
I want people to appreciate what's going on while it's happening, not after it's already happened.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, my man. It has been great. We really might have stirred the pot a little too much, but it's okay. We'll see what people have to say.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will see.
See.